Broadcasting live from the heart of Europa. This is the most badass hockey broadcaster in the whole man's land. I am Tommy C, and this is Shot from the Point Live. This week on Shot from the Point Live, we're going to be talking about the Rangers Devils matinee with my partners, none other than the very distracted Jeff the Huffman watching his Winnipeg Jets. No, I'm sorry, his St. Louis Blues versus the Winnipeg Jets. And subbing in for Jake Link, none other than the great Frenchie Ben, who had his first Shot from the Point French version broadcast, which I understand was a great success.
That's right. It was fun. It was good. We had topics to do an hour show.
And you had Matt, which is, I mean, that's freaking gold. And then his French is not that bad. Shit, I could tell, and I could barely speak French. You know?
He's good.
Yeah, it's completely ridiculous. All right, on to the horrible New York Rangers. I'll just give you a little quick rundown. In the first period, we saw a very almost overconfident Ranger team running the gambit, controlling, repeatedly going after home run passes out of their own zone, which is almost disrespectful of the New Jersey Devils in the first period. I mean, that's the way I saw it. And the Devils, who really is a two-player team. Adam Henrique is their only bit of offense. And big hats off to Corey Schneider, who played a tremendous hockey game and probably should be the MVP for the game, standing up in big spots. We're pretty much dominated in the first period. That easily could have been a 2-3 goal period. Well, the Rangers continued their arrogance into the second period, and where the Devils lack talent, the Devils do lack talent, offensive talent. They something I've noticed them from day one, and Jake's been, hard on them, and I've been hard on them, and I think this is going to be a several-year thing for them. This is a team in total transition. I see them at the bottom. They're not making the playoffs this year, but one thing I do like about this New Jersey Devil team, they play 60 minutes every night. I saw it with San Jose the other night, and I saw it again today. For some reason, who I think the Habs and the New York Rangers jumped out early as the best team in the East, the Rangers have lost their fire thus far this season. It certainly doesn't help that Kevin Nash isn't... Kevin Nash. Who's Kevin Nash? Too sweet.
The wrestler.
Sorry. Yeah, he's a wrestler. Rick Nash isn't scoring. It doesn't really help that the Rangers seem to get lazy over time. This early in the season, you'd figure you'd be ridiculously hungry. I think it's very fair to say that Henrik Lundqvist is in playoff form, except for tonight. I thought he was a little shaky tonight, but I'll give him a break because every other game this guy's played, he's in playoff form. The Rangers...
Everybody's going to have an off night.
Yeah, everybody's going to have it off. Like, it's time for foot and ass, Mr. Who's our coach again? I can't forget. I am so tired, by the way. Alain Vigneault. It's time to stick some French foots up some Ranger asses. That's what I think. Yes, that's exactly what I think. French foots in Ranger asses. And you can start with that Rick Nash. There are some upsides to the New York Rangers. They're still probably the fastest team in the fastest team in the league. Lindbergh is a great development. He's going to probably more than fill in the role for. Maybe they're going to forget Hagelin, and he can skate with these guys. I mean, the Rangers are so fast. They got a guy on the third line named Fast, or Fost, Jesper Fost, as they say in Sweden.
Yeah, close enough.
Yeah, whatever. So that's my review of the New York Rangers. I do want to talk about these guys. The 3-on-3 overtime, we've seen enough of it. I'm going to Frenchie Ben first. Frenchie Ben, what do you think of the 3-on-3 overtime this year?
It's exciting. It's new. It opens the eyes. It's up and down. It's great.
I love it. And Mr.
I do
Jeff,
too.
I
do too.
You straight love it. Here's the thing that I'm seeing with the 3-on-3 overtime. First of all, it doesn't feel like a gimmick, even though it is, and I know it is. It feels like hockey. It feels like playoff hockey. And one of the things that the NHL has never been able to do is everybody knows, every NHL fan knows there's a difference between playoff hockey and hockey. Big, major league difference. And in my opinion, and I'm interested in the chat if you guys feel the same way, does this feel like playoff hockey to you? And is this a better selling point?
It keeps me on the edge of my seat.
It's just like the first one I saw was Philadelphia and Tampa Bay. I mean, it felt like a classic. I look forward to the overtimes instead of just hoping they'd be good like they were in past years for the 4-on-4s and the 5-on-5s. And a lot of, just as predicted, a lot of these are not going to the shootout. And it almost makes the shootout a little better because it's not as, you don't see it as much. So I think this is absolutely great for the game. It captures playoff hockey. It's interesting. It's different. And bottom line, it's entertaining. It's first-rate entertaining. Couple things to point out in the 3-on-3 overtime, as mentioned in the MSG broadcast, something I noticed. Make sure your shots are on net. Because if that puck hits the back and bounces out, you might as well have turned over the puck. I've seen that a few times. Another thing I've noticed is cheating on line changes. Why the action is so fast and so friggin' furious. It's you could kind of coast to the bench and the refs really have to pay attention to that. You can kind of.
I think they'll start picking up on that as the year goes along.
That's true.
They'll start cracking down on that.
Yes, and
that's what they say they want to do.
Yeah, and I think they will. I mean, it'll be the equivalent of the refs have to get used to it. Sort of, they had to get used to hybrid icing, which I honestly believe is a great success as well.
I thought that would fail, but
I totally did too. And I'm
okay with it.
You know what? I always think of Pat Peake. I think the biggest problem was ambiguity. I think they would be too subjective, and it doesn't seem to be that objective. And maybe I was wrong on this, and maybe having a little ambiguity is not too bad when it's ridiculous to lose your career over over chasing down, because they teach these guys to hustle, and you always hustle for every puck, and it's not worth Pat peeking your way out of the NHL. And I don't feel like it's a European hockey game with the automatic offsides, which is just unwatchable in some sense, unless you're watching the best teams in the world. Then it's just completely and totally unwatchable. But I like it all together. 718-395-7660. You can interrupt Mr. Newsman, Bluesman. Actually, before I go into this, I actually got to tell a story. I am exhausted. I've had 4 hours sleep today. My daughter decided to get her 3rd concussion. She's 7 in 5 years. Last night.
Sounds like me.
Yeah. So I spent a lot of time at the hospital today. I'd happy to report she's okay.
She's okay.
But this was this was a grade 1 concussion from what I'm told. Vomiting, and she didn't know who the hell she was. I've had concussions before. I've never got to the point where I've been knocked cold, but I never got to that point. And, it's very difficult to sit down with your child and say, when mommy tells you to get dressed, you cannot run through the kitchen with a slippery floor at full speed naked. And she told me that she understood that, and it was probably not a good idea. And I asked her, were you running? Maybe a little bit, which means she was fucking flooring it. So if I sound a little off today, I apologize, because I was trying to explain to my daughter that shit can kill you. But I don't know. You know what she said, though, to my ex-wife when they were driving her to the, because they had the ambulance and everything, right? And she said, am I going to be stupid now? Well, if you said that, probably not. No stupider than your old man. But I tell you something, 3 concussions. I've had 5 lifetime, and maybe 1 or 2 more that I didn't notice in a fist fight or something where I didn't get knocked out. But that's a lot. I told her, you're not going to be able to play sports. Everybody's a big candy ass. I'm not going to let you play. You can end up like, I don't know, who has a lot of concussions? Don Cherry has a lot of concussions. He's a real successful guy. Maybe he'll be great for it. I don't know. Jeff, your news, call us 718-395-7660. Add us to contacts. Talk about anything you want in the NHL, whether it would be Connor McDavid or anything else, and the French broadcast, that's good, because I'm friggin' exhausted. Rangers, they fall to the Devils 2-1 in overtime, an exceptional overtime with a goal by Troy. Is it Travis Zajac got that sucker? No, Lee Stampanic, former Ranger. Stepniak. I like Stampanic better. I don't know. I'm getting like I'm as bad as Don.
Stepniak's been everywhere.
Yeah, he is. He's a really good utility player.
He is.
He's a good player.
Yeah, I liked him when he was here.
Oh, all these jackasses that think I'm going to be called the Devils, that I'm just. I know you should be very happy and proud of your win. You don't have any offensive talent, and you're not making the playoffs. But, Jesus Christ, do they play hard? Those New Jersey Devils, and
but I think that clip you showed earlier in the week kind of sums up how much talent they have on offense.
Yeah, exactly.
Camilleri is better than that.
I have to credit Frenchie Ben for hit me with your best shot. I said, I really want to do something
with
this
video. Oh my God,
video.
that was perfect.
Yeah, I was like...
The song choice was perfect.
I was talking to Frenchie Ben. I was like, I want to come up with something because me and Jerm were watching the game together, and I was just like, what the hell was that? I mean, he comes in all intense, and it's just like, thump. And I was just like, what should I... And Frenchie wasn't even watching the game. And I said, what should I come up with in a clip like this? I got to think of music. He goes, Pat Benatar, hit me with your best shot. And I was like, ah! So I give you all the credit on that one.
5 minutes later, there was the video.
Yeah, that was it. I put that together real quick. And yeah, I'm very, very proud with Pat Benatar's contribution. I wonder if I got it right. You know what this thing was shocking about that is all the Devil fans we have were like, God, we suck, and I didn't get any, fuck you, you're a Ranger fan, I would have done that to the Rangers too, but,
they know what's going on in New Jersey.
Yeah, it's like, get your digs in now, but I really thought it was a funny video. I would have done it with any other team, so don't give me any horse shit. It was funny as fuck. Yeah. I don't care. Hey,
but the Devils, they have a great young core of defensemen.
Yeah. Also, we're trying to raise domestic violence awareness. Several commenters on Yahoo have accused Greg Wyshynski over there in the lower right-hand corner of butt rape. And if you have been butt raped by Greg Wyshynski, please call 716-834-3131. Look, I can't prove that Greg Wyshynski butt raped anybody, but according to the commenters, they did. And an accusation, if accusation's good enough for Patrick Kane, it's good enough for butt raping Greg Wyshynski. Jeff, your news.
Logical. Seems logical.
Yes.
All right, so I think it's safe to say that the Canadians are going to win the Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
So they're 6-0 right now.
The best team in the NHL. They are the best team in the NHL. I think that's absolutely...
I mean, they're showing that they're not just Carey Price either. I mean, they've scored 20 goals.
I love the focus of Max Pacioretty. I love how everybody's contributing. Mm-hmm. They seem focused. Yep. Terrion is barely moving on the bench. He's not even emotional. He seems like he's got control of that team. Jeez, what a way to come out. And they've been behind in games. I've watched more Habs games than any other game thus far this season, which the season, of course, is very young. And they're entertaining, and holy shit, are the Habs fans loud. And that's not something Canadian fans are. Like, I mean, the loudest stadium is mine. MSG gets rocking, they get rocking. But man, and Carey Price looks real sharp. Huge save.
They're clicking on all cylinders right now.
Yeah, they really are. Well, you got loud.
I mean, really, the only thing that's, if you could say something's lacking, is the power play. But it's still early for that.
Yeah, you really can't jump on anybody's power play in this point in the season. You really can't. Honestly, I don't think you can look at statistics until the first week of December. I mean, that's my personal opinion. You really can't get a grasp. I mean, Brendan Prust is playing well. I mean, he's a fantasy dream. Right now. If you picked up Brendan Prust, you're doing okay.
The Montreal defense is great. Markov has a great start of the season. Jeff Petrie is here since the beginning, and he makes a difference. Yeah, because the puck comes out of the zone really quickly with Montreal.
The core of this team's been together for a very, very long time, since they missed the playoffs in 2012. That still, you have very much the core of the Montreal Canadiens team, and maybe 4 years later, they're tighter than tight. And
they're
I
all
got to be honest with you,
mature at the same time.
Mature, and they picked a captain. Everybody knows that Patches is in charge. And I know people don't believe in this, especially the advanced stats guy. I'm sorry. I've been on teams. I've been on groups where a designated leader, especially if he's effective, and Patches is playing great, had the first goal of the season. He looks focused. Max Pacioretty got his game face on, right? He's about ready to go to Boston, punch fucking Zdeno Chara in the face and laugh at him and fly back home. That's how confident that man looks, And it's this could be a very I mean, it's so early. I know Germ hates me talking about it. Anybody for a Caps Habs? Could that actually work? Yeah, Caps Habs Eastern Conference Final. Does that sound unreasonable?
Why not?
Does that sound entertaining? I mean,
yes, it is.
Absolutely.
It's just sad.
Yeah.
It could be the revenge of 2010.
Absolutely. It'd be great. Oh, and I want to comment on this Kreider bullshit. That's here's the thing about the Kreider thing. I got a twofold feeling on the price on Kreider hit. First of all, that wasn't a hit. He was standing his ground. The goalie's allowed his ice by the rules. That's why there was no flag in a play. What sport am I? That I got a concussion. That's why there was no call on the play. The thing that gets me about the Kreider thing is Chris Kreider's not a dirty hockey player. We saw it again tonight in late in the third period. If he has the option, he's going to crash the net. He was clearly tripped up in the play on the Price. It was really unfortunate. He did kick his legs out, but I really don't believe that this guy runs goalies deliberately. Is he going to crash into them? Is he going to hit them if he hits them, he hits them? Yeah, but as far as this intent to injure that's been fostered by Michel Therrien, I really don't believe it. But that being said, who cares? It works. The Habs fans were in to Kreider getting his ass knocked around a little bit, and that wasn't the only time they knocked it around. And if that's something... Maybe I'm wrong about Therrien. I mean, that's something to get. They believe over there, the fans, the players, that Kreider's a horrible person. And if that's, whether it's true or not, it doesn't matter. If you want to rally around something like that.
No, in Montreal, some people believe that, but there's a part of the crowd that they just play with it and they want to play in the referee's mind.
Sure, it's like a no means no chant, or like in Philadelphia and Brooklyn. It's a very similar thing. And you know what? I don't. What did Mecca say?
But Price, he pleasured himself by knocking off Kreider.
Well, actually, Kreider ran into him. They kind of just stared each other down. I mean, he's allowed his ice. He was just on top of the crease, and Kreider just ran into him and he fell down, which is amazing because Chris Kreider he's a wall.
Yeah, but Price is a beast. He's 6'3", 220, 225.
That's funny because two big boys running into each other like that, and Kreider of all the guys ends up on his ass. I mean, that's a lot of hockey player out there.
He's a good player. He's a gamer. He plays on the edge. That's why it's going to happen, like Gallagher.
Sure. I didn't have a problem with it. I knew we were going to lose that goddamn game. You know why? Because the damn Habs came to win, and the Rangers did a lot of what in that game what they did tonight. They just seem like they feel like it's going to come to them.
Lazy.
They did. They look like a lazy hockey team.
Yeah, but against the Habs, it was a good. It was a playoff game.
Absolutely. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. What else you got, Jeff?
Oh, well, Pierre Pustinen says that your daughter is like Johan Franzen. Franzen's dealing with post-concussion-like syndrome and or symptoms, and he was put on injured reserve.
Yes, he was, and that's unfortunate. Johan Franzen, the great Swedish player from Detroit. He's also a little older, and we don't screw around with concussions anymore. A lot of that, I think, is a bit overblown. But you know what? If you want to, be able to walk upright and communicate with your children, and you're in your late 30s and an NHL player, you might want to think of bowing out. And I think that's what we're going to see from Johan Franzen. So that's unfortunate because I love Johan. Yeah. What else you got in your news grab bag?
Barry Trotz says that Nicholas Backstrom has been medically cleared for contact coming back from hip surgery. But really, I mean, there's no need to rush it because just by watching the few little highlights of Caps games, Oshie and Ovi look like they have some pretty good chemistry there.
Seriously, chemistry.
You got Ovi on that left hash mark on the power play, and then they stick Oshie in the middle. Now you got two guys who can fire one timer past the goalie.
He's coming out. I mean, the thing about Oshie is he's very streaky. I mean, I could see him going on a streak to November and then
very streaky,
just dying out. But I mean, maybe that's the kind of and look, Backstrom. They need Backstrom to make a big dent, to have a good run, put a 10, 15 game winning streak together. I wouldn't underestimate that. But, it's nice that they're holding up. And, the one game they blew was against San Jose, who, by the way, are playing very, very well. They look like a playoff team, the Sharks. They did beat them.
Yeah, how about Martin Jones? I mean, 4 wins already. He's got 2 shutouts. And his goals against average is .49.
Yeah, and I think it was lower than that going into the Devils game that they lost or they won. Excuse me, the Sharks won in the shootout. So yes, I mean that's a very, very pleasant surprise in San Jose that they have this no-name goalie that's kind of kicking ass and taking names. Pretty soon he's going to cost $7,000 on the salary cap on DraftKings, and that'll be a problem. But yeah, Sharks look super good. What's the score right now in your game over there in Winnipeg?
No score after 1.
No score after 1. Any comments in the game thus far?
Just like Winnipeg always plays. I mean, they're very, very rough. They were out shooting the Blues. I think it was I want to say 12-3. But then the Blues came back, put some nice pressure on towards the end of the period. Pavlik absolutely robbed Kyle Brodziak of a goal.
Well, what's more important? Am I winning money on DraftKings right now? Well, let's find out.
The Jets are a big team.
I think I underestimated them. I had a feeling they just wouldn't be able to put it together twice.
Physically, they're big.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they didn't really do much. I mean, really, all that happened was that they lost for a leak.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm winning
That's
$1.50.
Some pretty significant firepower there, especially for that team. But hey, they're 4-1.
And I think the young Nicholas Ehlers is going to be there all year long, and Burmistrov is there.
Mm-hmm.
Do the Blues have lots of injuries right now?
Yeah, Stasny's out right now. Shattenkirk's out right now. Robbie Fabry's out with a concussion. It's
what does Shattenkirk have? What is the injury of Shattenkirk?
It's the NHL. I don't know if they actually specified what the injury was, but it's nothing serious. It's not the abdominal. It's not his abdominal region like it was last year. Stasny's out for the rest of the road trip, and then Fabry's out for who knows how long. He got a little concussion, but it's weird because he played 3 additional shifts before they took him out of the game, and he played really well. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on with that.
How about the Columbus Blue Jackets thus far? What an incredible disappointment.
Yeah, apparently, I guess they're still getting over the drugs that they were given last year when the whole team was in the hospital, because they absolutely suck right now.
Oh, they're awful. And it looks like a good hockey team, and even Saad's skating well, but just nothing's... Bob Orosky, I don't know what the hell's wrong with him. I don't know why the coach hasn't pulled him yet. He needs a few days off.
He says he's got no confidence right now. I mean, and how could you? I mean, they've given up 30 goals already.
That sounds like a team that's not going to make the playoffs. This is pretty funny.
They are giving up 5 goals a game.
Check this out. This is taken from... I think it was the Toronto. I mean, Toronto beat them, for Christ's sakes. The Toronto Blues game. This is the... I'm trying to find out the name of this announcer. But, yeah, check this out. Here we go. Listen to this.
Legs, and he just closed it up. Here's that goal, the last goal by the Maple Leafs. See Lupul in front, engaged with Dubinsky. Lupul's looking at the puck, sorry.
You hear that? What was he looking at?
Lupul's looking at the puck, sorry. And Dubinsky's
sorry. He's looking at the fuck. We look like we got a freaking phone call.
That's after the game.
Let's see what we got here. Furtado, you on the air?
Yeah, what's up? You still talking about the Bobrovsky thing?
Yeah, sure. What do you got?
We are.
That guy's flatlining. It's exactly what you're talking about, though. I mean, his team they look perplexed.
He's looked like he's staring at chicks in the front row or something. I have no idea. Where did he lose all his confidence from? It's not like he didn't go out. I mean, is something in his personal life?
It's not even him either. Like, you've got you got their defensive core just melting. Like, you watched that last game I saw from them was the Ottawa one, and they just melted in the third period.
That was their big question coming into the year, was that defense. I mean, was Johnson worried about his parents stealing? Yeah, was he worried about his parents stealing his money again, or what?
Here's the thing. I had a lot of confidence about the Columbus Blue Jackets. I think that their misfortunes last year had more to do with their injuries than anything else. They're a bruising team. They play hard. They play physical. I mean, when in an age where nobody plays physical anymore, they've added Brendan Saad. I mean, Bob Orosky, one of the better goalies.
You got Dubinsky, Foligno.
Dubinsky's a great leader. You see him smash his stick yesterday. after that loss.
Yeah.
And I got to be honest with you, and I don't know if this has anything to do with this. Maybe this is the end of my hockey knowledge. The games are boring that they're in. They're painful to watch.
Absolutely.
I don't even know why. I mean, when I watch a Columbus Blue Jacket game last year, all right, I might not get a ton of offense. I mean, there's no Patrick Kane's out there, but at least I had an entertaining hockey game just for pure hockey entertainment. It's a snooze fest over there, and I don't even know if it's energy because when I see Scott Hartnell, he looks like he's playing hard. When I see Brandon Dubinsky, they look like they're engaged.
Their model reminds me a lot of Toronto last year.
Yeah,
they're a team that's supposed to be made to play run and gun, but their coaching system won't let them play run and gun. And because you have this little delay in the way that they play, your game's going to turn out boring, plugged up the middle, and then they're just going to get burned every time. Because when you have a team that's supposed to run rush systems, play a defensive back position, they're gonna cave every time.
I wonder what's your coach's name over there because I'm trying to recall.
I never remembered that one.
Yeah, I never remember Columbus. Nothing personal, but who's the head coach of Columbus Blue Jackets?
He wasn't chosen by the GM Kekalainen.
What's his name?
Kekalainen.
Say his
GM.
name, Furtado. Say his name.
I have no idea, man. I'm Googling it right now.
I thought you were a Jackets fan. Or you just wanted to call.
I'm just calling for fun.
I'm just calling in to smash the Jackets. Jesus Christ. I root for Jokerit in Finland,
Todd Richards. Todd Richards is the coach.
I think that's no, but I want to take what Mr. Furtado said into consideration. One of the things that I think the weaknesses in a coach's system like John Tortorella, which I do think I think he's a tremendous coach. But I think what happens is when you get a different influx of players, like a Brendan Saad, you have to evaluate the team that you have to fit the system. I think the better coaches, like a Scotty Bowman, of course, he looked at the team and changed the system based on the players. So what you're telling me is they're trying to plug up the middle when they're really the type of players they have are really net crashers. Is that what you're trying to say? I just want to make sure we're on the same page.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
So
look at the goals that Foligno scores, right? They're not set up beautiful cycle goals. I'm rushing down the ice, power to the net, right?
And they're big guys. It seems to make sense.
Oh, yeah.
I think that's a really good point. I mean, and if that's the case, I do blame coaching, because I think a coach should be able to identify that. I don't like coaches, although Tortorella's had a lot of success with it, to decide this is the system you're playing because this is what what's his name was talking about last year about North American coaches, Larionov. That a lot of these guys are grinders and they're AHLers, and there's certainly nothing wrong with that. But they go in and they say this is the system, and it curtails guys that are really talented like Brendan Saad. Now, if you have a team like the Devils, well, maybe that will work. You have a lot of big guys. There's not a super amount of firepower. So. But now, I mean, this is a different Columbus Blue Jackets team. So I totally agree with you, bud. I think that's probably one of the better points that was ever made on this show. All right, man. I hope you call back someday.
Yeah, man. Invite me back. I'll be here.
What's your favorite team's name? What's your favorite team?
I
don't care. Yeah. But
hey, talk about another team that's sucking right now. The Ducks. And the first four games, they have one goal.
Yeah.
One goal.
Oh yeah, they look awful boring. By the way, thank you for the call.
Hey, shout out to their goaltending because they've only given up 10.
That's a good point. Nessid, welcome. I think you may have called once before a couple months ago, but this is a ball busting show. And you just got
great call.
Okay, hold on. He wrote me back. He's like, "Fuck you, man." Hold on, I want to read what he wrote.
It was a good call.
Yeah, it was a really good call. He's like way smarter than me. I should be doing this. Still broadcasting. I think we went off the air. Sure. That's what I'm going to write him. Thanks for the call, bud. For the call, real good one.
One goal, first 4 games. This is supposed to be a cup contender, right?
That's bizarre. I'm not a big believer in Bruce Boudreau. I know you weren't mad. You were kind of mad at Teemu Selanne last year, about this time last year, for writing that book. I think he was probably right about Boudreau. I think he's a big.
Yeah, as time goes by, we're starting to see that maybe Teemu's right.
Frank's from Staten Island, who we haven't seen for a while. Welcome back, buddy. He said the Jackets are tanking. Oh, who's the new guy this year? Who's the new McJesus? He has like an Irish last name. What's his name?
Austin Matthews.
Say it again.
Austin Matthews.
Sounds like a.
But it's written Austin Ton.
Austin.
Yeah.
It sounds like a name that it's like a superhero's like civilian name or whatever the hell.
He comes from Glendale or Scottsdale.
Yeah. Mr. Furtado, call more often. That was a really good call, but we're gonna bust your nuts each time. I don't care what your team name is. That's fine with me.
Hold on. Speaking of McJesus. Okay.
Ba-boom.
I coined that phrase almost a year ago, right? Almost a year ago, around November.
Yes.
I coined the phrase Connor McJesus.
But we have to prove that, though, because I wasn't sure if you said something like he's a god and I said McJesus, or you said it and then it got, I seem to remember you saying it first and then it got muffled. What episode did you call McJesus? I think it was sometime in November.
I don't know what the exact episode was.
We got to figure that out. All right, who has no life and wants to go back to last November and check out live episodes?
Yeah, there you go. Well,
you have to find
anyway,
there's a very good chance. I'm going to be honest right here. It's just a memory thing, and we said it first, and then I started seeing parody counts pop up. There's a very good chance that Jeff the Huffman, the newsman, the bluesman, coined the McJesus. And you know what? Here's what we're doing. I'm going with it. You coined it. How about that?
All right, cool.
Jeff the Huffman.
Anyway,
what else? Go ahead.
No, hold on. During the home opener for the Oilers, someone sitting by the glass brought a picture of Jesus with Connor McDavid's face on it.
That's very disrespectful.
That is very disrespectful. So, so you want to steal my line just because your team can't steal the puck from anyone else. Just because your team can't steal the puck from anyone, you decide to steal my line. Okay.
It aggravated the Bulls off me. That Greg Wyshynski was saying it, and they went to the McJesus thing, and I didn't really hear them use it all year in Puck Daddy, but this year they did. They call him Connor McJesus, and it really aggravates me that if we came up with that and we're not getting.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised.
We're not getting proper credit for it, and if that's the case, if Greg's listening, fuck you. I just want to let him know. What else you got, Jeff? In the news bag.
All right. Well, Ben Bishop won his 84th game with the Lightning. That broke a tie with Nikolai Khabibulin, and this sets the team record for wins for the Lightning.
Wait a minute. How long has Ben Bishop been on the damn Lightning? Because I know he's in Ottawa for a minute.
Not long, but I mean, how many long-tenure goalies?
You know what that tells me? The Lightning don't have any fucking lousy goalies. You could be on a team list here for a team that's been in existence for 22 years. I'm thinking 1993, and Ben Bishop is already their greatest goalie. Put his jersey in the rafters. That tells you about the goalie. Who was the goalie that won the cup with them? I'm trying to think. It wasn't Khabibulin, was it?
I think it might have been Khabibulin. It was Khabibulin.
Nikolai Khabibulin. The Bulin Wall. He just retired like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and I thought he had more than 84 wins with Tampa Bay.
No, he was well-traveled goalie.
Yeah, well, this is hockey in Florida, so nobody pays attention to it.
Maybe there is a goalie with that has more wins, but they're just not sure, So they're just going to go with Bishop, who is a tremendous goalie, by the way. I do like.
Yes, he is. He's off to a nice start too.
Hey, everybody said I was too big to play hockey, but look at me now. How you like me now?
So
there we go. Oh yeah, Tarasenko scored. That's nothing new.
Tarasenko.
Tampa Bay had more owners than goalies.
God, Tarasenko is an absolute.
He's a beast. He said he'd be a beast this year. I was wondering if he was going to go slump this year, but it doesn't look like it's going to be the case.
I gotta watch this goal. Drool all over myself.
I'm gonna take a look at
people's Twitter feed. Oh, geez, that's just disgusting. That's not even fair. Not even fair.
What's not fair?
He just went top shelf.
It's just that dirty. It's filthy. It's rotten. It's dirty.
It was filthy.
Shout out to the Rangers with Kyle Palmieri and Kevin Klein throwing down in a nice little fight. It took me back to a time where hockey players fought. That's kind of nice. And we got a caller. Very nice. Roy in Florida. How are you doing, buddy?
Bergeron!
Congratulations, you finally won. That was a wild one. I watched it. That was a wild one in Arizona who, normally I would just be making fun of you. Big deal. You beat Arizona, but they've been on fire. And Max Domi looks like the coolest, calmest Calder candidate ever. He looks like he's playing the league 10 years
Domi
already.
looking good. How about Duclair?
Duclair, he had a hat trick the other night, but I wonder. Yeah, but he screwed me on fantasy, so I'm mad at him.
Hey, I heard you talking about Florida. Do you guys like Luongo? This guy Luongo, Florida has?
Luongo. Yeah, Roberto Luongo. Well, he's...
Yeah. He's hot down here, man. Everybody loves that guy.
Because he's
a great guy.
He's a nut. That's why everybody likes him.
I think everybody loves his Twitter feed.
Oh, yeah. Do I follow? Does he still do that anymore? Do the Twitter stuff? Luongo's a big personality. He's a funny guy. He's a damn good goalie. I mean, is he Hall of Fame? No, he's not. He's not Hall of Fame caliber, is he? He's coming to the end of his career, but here's the thing about Luongo. He can be lights out. He can build the bricks, put up the wall, and take a nap. I think we all could agree here that Luongo can be extremely dangerous. Yes. He can get in modes where you're not scoring. It doesn't happen all the time. It happens less as the years goes on, but he does get that way. I want to talk about your Bruins. You get a big win over...
Shit.
I wouldn't... You get a big win over...
Frenchie Ben, what's up?
What's up, Frenchie Ben?
I'm doing fine, Roy. Happy to talk to you.
Hey, you saw that Gator today, huh? That was first thing this morning.
Yeah, he was looking at you. I think he was hungry.
What were you talking about?
Yeah, we're thinking about having gator tail Creole for lunch.
What were you guys talking about?
He posted a photo of a gator.
I've actually always wanted to try alligator.
You ate an alligator?
I've actually always wanted to try that.
Not today, no.
But you eat alligators regularly.
If you go to certain places, they have it. Yeah, it's like a delicacy. It's a delicacy.
Yeah.
Who cares if it's delicacy? Does it taste good?
It's just like chicken, man. It's just like
yeah, that's what I heard. It tastes like chicken. I could actually go downtown and get some alligator meat right now.
Really? That's kind
of I mean, it's really expensive.
I mean, what do I care? I don't care if anybody's eating alligator. It's just like, looks like it would break your teeth. Something. That's what I keep thinking.
I think it's pretty good for you too.
Is it? Oh, that's who cares? Whatever works. Hey, you know what? Do you have that story about was it Clayton Stoner? Now that we're talking about animals, Jeff Huffman.
Yeah. Let me.
So since we're on animals and everybody loves animals and they hate when lions get shot.
That up here. Hold on.
All right, this is a really important story. Animal rights
activists.
While
you're searching, the dentist is not prosecuted about the lion.
Good. I'm glad. Good. I'm absolutely. But I'm concerned about this. Hold on. Let Jeff tell this story. I'm very concerned about this. Tell us about Clayton's story.
My tabs are freezing.
You got to start writing stuff down. I think that's the best way to go. You scribble.
I do write stuff down, but I keep some links if it's too long.
Because I don't have it queued.
Okay. No. Here we go.
Okay. Let's hear it.
So Clayton Stoner, small group of vocal protesters, by the way, gathered outside the Honda Center on Monday night to call for the suspension of Anaheim Ducks defenseman Clayton Stoner, who faces charges in Canada of illegally obtaining a license to shoot a grizzly bear.
Wait a minute. If he obtained the license, how is it illegal?
I don't know.
Sounds like somebody fucked up, actually. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But I mean, there was a real big crowd outside the Honda Center for the home opener against Vancouver. About a whole 20 protesters.
Woo!
Shouting and shouted slogans condemning Stoner.
Hashtag not my NHL.
Yeah, right. He faces 5 charges related to the 2013 hunt on British Columbia's Central Coast, and this is what they were chanting. Killing is not a sport. Play a real sport. The protesters shouted.
He does. He does both. So that should have satisfied you. He does both. And killing is a sport. It's always been a sport. It's the oldest sport. Big dummies. What were they doing? I saw them banging drums, Jesus.
Well, I assume they were banging the drums when they were chanting "Killing is not a sport. Play a real one." Well, he does play a real one.
Roy, if these guys break the law, especially a misdemeanor like this, do you think they should have to sit? Sit out? I mean, this guy kills. All right. I mean, look, Canada's going to take care of his ass. He broke the law. They're going to take. Do you think this guy should actually not be allowed to play because he shot some stupid bear?
It could. I got a quote. I got another quote from one of the protesters.
What do you say?
It's funny you're talking about that. Did you hear about that famous story about the dentist guy? He went somewhere and killed a lion, and
no, I never heard of that. What happened? What happened? A dentist killed a lion?
Really?
Yeah. Then he came back and he put it on Facebook, and people were fucking outraged, and it was a whole thing.
Didn't some football player go to jail for fighting with dogs or something?
That was really illegal. That was clearly illegal. Hey, that's dogs. It's different. I like them. Yeah, I heard all that. What do you think about it? What do you think about it, though?
I think he's going to go to court and say, listen, I got a permit to do this at this such and such time.
Not a permit. He's got a license.
Yeah.
He got a license.
Illegally obtaining a license.
Dude, what does that mean, though?
It's going to be some shitty court case. It's going to be bullshit.
Yeah, that's probably right. Well, if they gave him the license, didn't they fuck up? I don't know. Unless he lied on his application. Illegally, it sounds like an oxymoron. Daniel Jadine, fuck that lion. That's right, fuck that lion. And fuck that bear. All right, Roy, I'm going to take some other calls. All right, buddy?
All right, talk to you tomorrow.
All right, go Bruins. Take care, bud. I don't know. Why am I saying go Bruins? They're not in my division. What do I care?
What's going on?
Well, nothing. Why?
Yeah,
anyway,
don't say that. Don't say go Bruins.
Oh, well, I can say go Bruins. I don't care about your damn team. I like them. I like the Bruins. I just don't like the people that live there. You know, that's my only problem. Furtado's calling again. Nah, you already got your shot. I'm not doing that again. Anyway, you can call in Pure if you want. Go ahead. What else you got, Jeff? I'm sorry.
I was going to say the leader of this, Judy Mancuso, and her official title is the president of social compassion in legislation. She compared Stoner to quarterback Michael Vick and the dentist Walter Palmer, who killed that lion.
Well, that guy did it legally. That's not a very good comparison.
This is what she said. If people didn't have outrage with the NFL, Michael Vick would have gotten away with it.
That's not true. There was already a law in the books. He completely fucking... It was already illegal to begin with.
Wasn't there video of it, too?
Yeah. No, that's not true at all. What a lying sack of dog biscuits.
The only way that anything is going to happen is if we do this. If there's not public outcry, nothing is going to happen. So we've got to try. Yeah, all 20 of us.
Yeah. Well, I guess you got to try.
Gotta try.
I think a lot of people are sick of fucking phony-ass outrage. I don't give a shit about an alligator, a lion, or a goddamn bear. And if Clayton Stoner broke the law, so be it. Let the Canadian officials take care of it, and that'll be done. What is this freaking precedent we're setting? You know, even if you do something illegal off work, Jonathan Tay's got a parking ticket. He needs to sit. I mean, what the fuck is this? I don't care. You got to be convicted before you sit. That should be if I was the NHLPA, that's what I'd be doing. Hey, guess what? Since we have so many fucking authoritarian wackos out there that get outraged over picking our nose, here's the new rule, and we're not going to go on strike unless you approve it. You cannot suspend us until we're at very least charged, and that would put the kibosh on Jen Neal, that big kook over there, and Puck Daddy, an absolute nut job. Jen Neal is. And that other propagandist, Greg Wyshynski. And if he did rape you, I want to remind you, 716, it's a Buffalo hotline, 834-3131, if Greg touched you where you didn't want to be touched, where the sun don't shine. What else you got, Jeff?
All right, Steven Stamkos got his 500th point the other night. Good for him.
Steven Stamkos, yes. And then, much to Matt Kazar's chagrin. But I think him and Sagan are kind of tied, right?
Yeah, I mean, they're right there with each other. I checked yesterday. I mean, they were right. Yeah, I can pull that up for you and let you know in a minute.
That's all right. All right. I don't care about Mecca. That's all right.
So, it looks like that players-only meeting 2 games into the season for the Flyers worked out because Neuwirth is on a little bit of I guess you could call it a little bit of a tear. 2-0, 1.04 goals against.
Turn the whole season around.
Yeah, 964 save percentage, and he's got 2 shutouts.
He looks fantastic. We knew this guy was good. He was a part of the tank job. He started playing well for Buffalo, and they said, "Get the fuck out of here."
Yeah, like I said in the offseason, I don't think it's enough to get him over the hump, but he's definitely a very respectable goaltender.
Yeah, I don't know. I think this guy may have talent. I'm expecting him. I mean,
of course he could. I mean, he could give me the finger like Dubnyk did, but
Dubnyk. But no, I think this guy's gonna be quality. I'm saying it right now. I'm gonna do it down on Dave. I'm calling it right now. He will be the starter. He will be the starter for
over Mason.
Yes,
over Mason.
Definitely. Yes, and here's the thing, and I'm very
Definitely.
confident about this. We've said this. I like Mason. He's a good man. He's a nice guy, and he's a solid hockey player.
Good
He
backup.
is not exactly. He's a good backup. I remember I was watching Twitter, and Debbie, our one of our point women, sent something to Patrick Glenn, and he said, you got a goalie controversy. I wrote her back, no, you don't. Neuwirth's younger. He's
This is obviously going on during a Blackhawks game.
How the hell? Yeah, right. did you get all the line changes from Debbie when?
Yeah, I heard Teravainen made a nice transition.
Yeah. Do you know what kind of Gatorade Teravainen drinks?
The blue one.
Cherry. I believe cherry.
Cherry. And who kept us in touch with that? Debbie! We love you, kid. Jermaine Dion, congratulations. Point man extraordinaire. Mr. Jermaine Dion had his first of, let me say that, Le Shot Telepoint. Fuck.
Yeah.
How was it?
Good job.
Say it right. Now, they correct my French. Go ahead.
Le job. La shot de la pointe.
Non, c'est
Le shot de la
tir
pointe.
de la pointe.
Le tir de la pointe. Ouais, c'est parce que
Sorry,
I want to make a joke, but you cut me by surprise.
I'm sorry. Shot telepoint. So how did you? We're gonna get you guys special music. Don't tell anybody what it is. I know you guys have an idea. You're gonna have separate theme music. We're working on JohnFreemanMusic.com. JohnFreemanMusic.com is working on that right now. And I actually heard a sample of it already. So he's very much committed. He's going to, all right, we'll get that. So you're going to get your own music. It went really well. There was a lot of laughs. I heard you guys laughing from the beginning. And,
Listen. I don't care. Listen. I don't care. I'm the host for the other show, so I'm going to do exactly like you do. I don't care. You say something. Go Bruins. Really?
What do I care? I don't like the Habs. I've never made any bones about being crazy about the Habs.
Scotty Upshaw.
Okay, I don't care either now. Okay? No, listen. Hey, I just have one thing to say.
Let me hear. Go ahead.
No.
Go ahead.
Just one thing to say, okay?
Okay.
One thing.
Okay.
Jack Eichel.
Get out of here. I know, Jack Eichel. It was Matt was like, that was quick.
Bye, Jermaine.
Yaskin or Upshaw?
But big shout out to Jermaine. He did a great job. Everybody looked like he's having fun. You can cat out Macazar. So if you do happen to speak French, I think we have another French listener. You want to check it out. It's sure to grow. And one thing I like about Jerm is he listens. And if I tell him to do something technical, he seems to get it, which makes life easier for me. He seems to be pretty savvy. And you had a good time too, right? Was it strange doing this in French, Frenchy Ben?
No, it wasn't strange. It was fun. It was.
It's his native language.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm sure he's used to being a broadcaster doing it here. I just would figure that would be a little bizarre, but it did. Look, I mean, I don't know what the hell you guys are saying, but it felt very natural, and you look like you were having fun, and I think that's. I'm all about fun. I let everybody get a shift in. It doesn't matter if we win or lose, boys. Everybody's getting ice cream at the end of the damn game.
Ice cream and strippers.
Ice cream and strippers. I wish I could do that. All right, let's give shout-outs to the people in the thing. Anton Renaud. Well, if you speak French, check out Le Tête de la Pointe.
The French shop from the Point.
You sound Frenchy. Check that out. Patrick Glenn. I know you tried to call before, so I couldn't take it. Somebody beat you to the punch. Pure in Finland, the Finnish News Flash. Frank Staten Island, who I haven't seen too much since last year. Still love you, kid. Daniel Gillet, I don't know her. Daniel, who sent me that real bitchin' video about Milo Yiannopoulos. That was ass kicking. And Terry, talking about Jack Eichel. Speaking about Jack Eichel, everybody forgot about him because we got a 2-goal game from an assist, a 3-point night.
Connor McJesus.
From Connor McJesus. The great Connor McJesus. Yeah, I should have had that cued, huh?
And I believe McJesus scoring twice and getting that nice apple there made your the contest between you and Dead on Dave a lot closer for this week.
I have been kicking that prick's ass, and I had some serious
revenge. You were like so happy throughout the week. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna beat Dave. And then
I kept my mouth shut.
Second coming.
Because I didn't want to do it. All of a sudden, and his
team.
I'm
saying what you're feeling inside.
Yes. All of a sudden, his team comes out of fucking nowhere. He's in striking distance of me right now, and that's not right. Let me check the. I think it's time to do that. Let's also put on Pat in South Jersey, and
I saw you picked up Robert Bortuzzo with Mata.
Yes, I did that as well. Hang on, Pat. We'll get to you in a minute. I wanna get this up because I hit the wrong button as usual.
And you dropped somebody called Mecca.
Mika.
Zabinajad. No. I gotta get this. I gotta get the. I'm not worried about Mika Zabinajad as much as I love that. My favorite.
Anyway, while you're looking that up, Scotty Upshaw's got 2 goals for the Blues this year so far.
So it's 1-0 Blues.
I got 12.
2-1.
I got 12 points on Dave. The shit bums versus Patty Kane's DNA. I have 12 points on him right now. There's a lot more hockey to be played tonight. Bortuzzo, anybody? It doesn't look good. I don't think anybody's got any damn points. Rick Nash.
Bortuzzo's looking good for the Blues. So.
You got it.
But he's no point getter.
He scored in the last game.
Bortuzzo? Well, actually, fantasy points is what matters. Pat in South Jersey, who has to be a very, very happy man. A guy who went on an epic rant last week. Perhaps the hockey gods heard your complaints. How are you feeling this week, Pat in South Jersey, Philadelphia Flyers?
I'm feeling good. I didn't realize that we had 5 days off between each game. I thought we had games this weekend, but.
Oh, and the fantasy draft?
No, I'm talking about the Flyers actually.
You got you got some time off, I suppose. When are you playing? You're playing tomorrow night, right?
We play Tuesday night against Dallas at home, and then we head to Boston.
Dallas might be tough. They can be in Boston. That'll always be tough because
we got a back-to-back, I think, with the Sabres and the Rangers on Saturday next week.
Who's that big hairy defenseman that I like on the
Radko Gudas?
Oh my God, Radko Gudas is a big hairy man, and he scares me. He has the body of like a bufflin, but not quite buff. Well, blobby. I mean, he's got and he just runs around pushing people to the ice, and I quite appreciate that. And that's exactly what they needed over there. Who the hell did they bench too? Your favorite defenseman?
Well, you notice how they won 2 games since they benched Luke Shen.
Luke Shen. Yeah, say hello, Luke.
Vinny.
Luke back then, he sucked. You're right.
You guys playing the Bruins.
Say hello to Cavalier, Luke.
Say hello to Luke.
If Hackstall is smart, he starts Neuwirth the rest of this week. Ride the hot goalie.
Ride the hot goalie. I think Mason's a backup. Why would you want to put Mason in now? He's not exactly.
I say you ride the hot goalie until you get the back-to-back.
All right, okay, all right.
Wait a minute, we got 2 back-to-backs this week.
The kids start showing a little signs of wear and tear. You put Mason back in, but I would not tell Mason he's a starter. I'd tell him that they'd probably lie to the media and say it's up for grabs, and I tell Neuwirth, yeah, you're good until you fuck up. That's what I'd tell Neuwirth right now. You're good.
You can't beat 2 shutouts in a row.
Yeah, no, you really can't.
Yeah, you can. You can get 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. He was the first Flyers goaltender to do that since Jeff Hackett.
Jeff Hackett? I thought you were going to say Pele Lindbergh.
No.
Yeah, he's the first. I can't go that route.
Mason, he's a 1B.
The anniversary of that death's coming up soon.
Is that really? It's going to be like 30 years, isn't it?
November 15th.
Jesus, that is something like most. I don't think a lot of hockey fans know who Pele Lindbergh is, but if you grew up in the area that I did and you're anywhere close to Flyer fans, the shock of losing Pele Lindbergh, who could probably potentially been a Hall of Fame goalie.
I think if he wouldn't have died, they probably would have won the cup in '87. And they would have had
completely reasonable to believe that.
Competent backup.
Yeah,
that guy was good.
Yeah, well, see, Frenchie Ben remembers him. He in South Jersey. He is still somewhat of a god. I mean, he's still spoken about. And if you want to get your ass kicked, make a Pele Lindbergh driving joke.
You can go by the brick wall that he hit. They have a plaque up there.
Yeah, he had drinking problems. If I'm not mistaken, Lindbergh had problems prior to getting hurt too. He liked to get drunk, right?
Stay out of the box.
Well, that was why that's how he died. He got drunk and he was going too fast and he didn't hit the curb right. He didn't hit the turn right, and his car slammed into a brick wall.
Yeah, probably kept the. You're probably right. Probably kept the pliers from winning the cup.
It was a Porsche that he wrecked.
Pliers.
If you've ever seen pictures of the car, yeah, there was no way he would have survived
it. It's actually bumming me out just thinking. I don't know why I brought it up.
You want a good representation of that. I know you don't ever watch it, but watch the history of the 40th anniversary history of the Flyers DVD.
Why wouldn't I watch that? Why wouldn't I watch that?
I'm just saying. Al Morganti does a really good, kind of a visual thing on that of, everything was bright for the Flyers and it just smacked.
Just smack. I love to watch that. I'm not just a Ranger fan. I'm a National Hockey League fan. I do a show about lots of teams.
If you go on the Flyers YouTube page, Philadelphia Flyers,
send me stuff like that. You're my Facebook friend. Say if you got stuff like that, send it to me. Yeah. I'll go download the thing. I'll watch anything. I read books. I read fucking if I don't have a library around here, I took out the 1978-79 Rangers season book and I read it back cover to front. I mean, we were talking about an age. I was 3.5 when the season was. I read it back and forth. I read anything.
I did that with the 86-87 Flyers yearbook.
Yeah, I'll read anything.
That with my dad.
I'll watch any movie.
On me because I read it
Did you see the Rob Zombie? Did that ever come out? The Rob Zombie?
No, it's still in pre-production. Yeah.
I'll drop everything and watch that.
Horror films.
I like stuff. I'd watch Films of the Devils. I don't give a crap. I'm the one that posted the film, the repost of the film, which I think the NHL should have promoted a little more. The one when Al Arbor passed away this summer. And I reposted that video. I almost got tears in my eyes when I watched that. No, send me your stuff. You liked it too, right, Frenchie Ben?
Yeah, it was. I almost cried.
I got it. It's funny because I wouldn't have told you guys that, and if you did, I was sort of hoping to say, you pussies. But here's what happened. Jermaine said, he goes, I'm at work, and I feel like I'm gonna cry. I'm almost ashamed to say it, and I was like, yeah, so did I. I felt real bad after I watched that.
When I see the cup, I feel the same. The last time was with Timu.
You wanna call in?
Timu and his dad.
All right, buddy. I think I got other callers. I don't know. Somebody wants to take
I got one question for you guys.
Sure, go ahead.
Remember what we were talking about the other day, Tommy?
What was that?
For all three of you guys. Yeah. Do you feel, even if you are a star in this league, if you do not perform, you should get benched?
Sure. Oh, yeah. I don't know. It's like a thing that's lost on everybody. No, you're out. So that's what I'm thinking. It's really unfortunate whatever happened to Steve Mason, but he wasn't performing well. And this guy Norvert, who I think is actually a little more talented than as a backup goalie, he's getting an opportunity. Definitely. And Haxall just did the right thing and put these guys and had that friggin' players-only meeting, which was the right thing to do. No media, no nothing, no circus, no calling anybody out and say, this is what we got to do. And, you suck, you're gone. You get old, you're gone. Remember?
All right, well, then the reason I asked that.
Yeah.
In a grand total of 5 games that the Penguins have had, Crosby's got no points.
Yeah. Good point. God, I'm going to yell at Jeff for not writing that down.
It depends on the effort.
I think it's 5.
If the effort is there.
No, he has a point. And I only think Lunchbox Boy is. I don't think he has more than one goal this year, 1 or 2 goals. So he's not exactly tearing up the league.
Crosby's got no points.
I'll tell you somebody else who sucks.
If that coach wants to get a wrangle on that team, he needs to sit Crosby.
Yeah.
Well, that's the thing, though. Crosby is the coach. He's not going to bench himself.
What, is he going to bench himself?
That's right.
Another one, Yevgeny Malkin, almost silent and doing nothing over there.
And yet you guys yelled at me for not picking him up in the fantasy draft.
Yeah, well, we probably would have yelled at you anyway. I mean, look at it.
I have Crosby.
Do you have Crosby? Good pick.
Yeah, I do.
I have
pick, Ben.
Tyler Johnson for me, big time. And so is King Henrik and Jeff's boy, Brian Elliott.
Yeah. I have Henrik Sedin and Ben Hutton, who I just drafted today. I had a big...
wow.
Dave got within striking distance, and I panicked. Rick Nash gave me a -60. God, I hate him. Do you want him? I'll trade him for that big... I'll trade him for that big hairy ape you have on defense.
You realize that.
I hate Rick Nash. I'm so sick of him. I want that big hairy ape on Buffalo or on Philadelphia just because he's funny.
You want Raggo Gudis?
Yeah, I want Raggo Gudis. What kind of name is that? It sounds like a hillbilly chasing you down in the forest. Oh no, it's Raggo Gudis.
look, I'm happy that the Flyers beat the Hawks. I didn't think they were going to win that game.
It was a
but
great
shut
game.
them out.
It was a fantastic game. A lot of fun, that hockey game. I just like seeing him.
McJesus got 2 more goals last night.
Yeah, we kind of talked about that. All right, I'm going to let you go. Thank you for the call. You're always the best. And
Bye, Pap.
Go Flyers.
I won't be here next week because I'm not going to be in town. I'm going down to visit my grandmother now.
Don't worry. I'll leave you lots of sexually charged messages on your Facebook account.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah, you're welcome. Bye-bye. That's Pat in South Jersey. Want to call in 718-395-7660. Want to talk to Ben, me, Jeff? I'll leave the room. You guys can take the fucking shower. I don't care. I could use a beer. And what else you got in your grab bag? Buddy?
It seems the power of the mullet is real. Because Yager's got 4 goals on the season already.
Nice!
Which is 4 times the amount as the Anaheim Ducks.
Frenchie Ben, does that make you... That makes old farts like
Power
me.
of the mullet.
It is good. He really said, I got to see if it was just me or the hair. He actually said that. I mean, Dave was joking about that during the week. Yeah, maybe it's like Samson, you know? But it was like, it's pretty funny. Maybe it is about the hair. You know? Maybe it could be. Frenchie Ben, does it make you feel as good as it makes me feel that there's like an old fart older than us still kicking ass in the National Hockey League? How does that make you feel, Frenchie Ben? It does.
Oh, yeah. I love it. As you know, Yager, I would have taken with Montreal the last 3 years.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Probably wouldn't have been the worst fit in the world, come to think of it.
Oh, probably get
last year I would have done it.
If Florida doesn't, light the world on fire, he'll probably get dealt again to some cup contending team.
That's true. It'd be funny if he bopped back on the Rangers if they were. I don't really think they have a room for him, but
yeah, he'll probably do more in the playoffs than Rick Nash.
Good point. Just trade him straight up.
The last time
Nash for Yager.
Something tells me
the last time Yager played for the Rangers, he was great in the playoffs. Oh yeah, I saw these playoffs. I don't know which year it was, but he was awesome.
Yeah,
the
not
team
the last
was bad,
one,
but not him.
I think he gave up.
Maybe compared to Nash.
Yeah, well, yeah, anything's better than Nash. I mean, I don't think Nash is a Hall of Famer.
True. I think a washing machine will give you more production in the playoffs than Rick Nash.
He ain't giving you much production now. And they're doing the same shit they did with the playoffs on it. Like, a lot of people are criticizing Rick Nash. They really like to suck the player's ass on MSG. He's like, but he's doing a lot of things away from the play. I wish he would just go away. How about that? And he could do a lot of things away from the play. Like, I don't know, kiss babies, give autographs. I don't care what the guy does away from the play. I want to put in a goddamn net. That's why we didn't beat fucking Tampa Bay. We didn't beat Tampa Bay because Martin St. Louis got old. God rest Martin St. Louis, the Father, Son, the Holy Ghost. God bless him. But he got old. And Rick Nash, who's only fucking 29 at the time, can't score goals. But he does shit away from the play really well, doesn't he? He does a lot of things away from the play. He lines up all the water bottles. He checks if the water bottle's full for the goalie. Hey, Hank, is everything good? Yeah, good, good, Rick. Yeah, he talks to the ice girls, and he's very pleasant and polite. I don't fucking care. I want Rick Nash to score goals. Score goals, Rick Nash. Score goals, Rick Nash. I don't care what you do away from the goddamn play.
You're right, Tommy, because if Hank Lundqvist doesn't win the cup with the Rangers, he's going to go drunk when he retired, and he's going to call the Buffalo Rape Hotline.
Yes. And make sure you just turn in Greg Wyshynski whether he did something now. Frank in Staten Island, haven't talked for you in like 6 months. How the hell? Fuck Rick Nash.
Frank.
Do you know that Rick Nash does a lot of nice things away from the play?
No, you barely notice him. Every time you do see him, it's he almost scored. He almost did this. That's all they talk about. Things he almost did.
Oh, looks like he's gonna score. Oh no, Carey Price stuffed his ass. Holy Christmas, that was a great save, though.
To be fair, Carey Price stuffs a lot of people.
Yeah, that's fairness. All right, I'll give him that one. But he does a lot of good stuff away from the play. I like to do stuff like where the play's at. What does he do? Does he paint the red line? Does he paint the fucking red line? Is he driving the Zamboni? I don't care. Score goals. Score goals, Rick Nash.
That's what it's there for, and he doesn't do it.
That was their big excuse of why they didn't trade him because of how bad he is in the playoffs.
I didn't want to get rid of Hagelin. Maybe this guy Oscar, what's his face? Hopefully he's not a fucking fluke. But I wanted to dump him, bring in some kids. Hell, I would have liked to have Patrice Bergeron. That'd be great. Since they're getting rid of everybody over in Boston, they're like, fuck the fans. We don't care if you like these players. We're going to advance stats. In fact, meet our new general manager, Ryan Lampert. Fucking death by PowerPoint, these fucking hockey nerds. What's on your mind, Frank?
None. You guys already talked on it, but Crosby not having a point. And I'm really tired of everybody over in the NHL. All they talk about is McDavid. So what? He got a 2-point night.
What, McDavid? Get
Yeah,
used to it.
I can't fucking stand it.
You know, he had a beautiful line
it's
change.
like that for the next 2 years until someone new comes. But I think Max Domi's better than him from the way he's been playing.
The thing is about Max Domi is he looks like a veteran out there.
He does, especially with Duclair, which, as you brought up the other day, I don't know why the fuck they traded him.
I think they knew something was wrong there. And I think we're going to find that in a few years. We're going to find out about that in a few years. Something's wrong. Why the hell did they trade him? And it's not that they traded him. All right, we brought in Keith Yangel. He's quality offensive defenseman. Here's the most bizarre part. In September, and I got to see Duclair play in a Ranger uniform last September. In September, he was a surprise addition. They didn't think he was going to make the team. He played well. He set up plays. He scored goals. He looked like he was going to be a part of the Rangers. So the World Junior Tournament came up, and he went along with Connor McDavid and all his buddies to Canada to win gold. And the Rangers told him, don't come back. Go to your junior team. That was a bad sign. And then he ended up, the first guy, and he's obviously a reasonable prospect, they shipped his ass to Arizona. I have a terrible feeling there is something about Anthony Duclair that we don't know that we will find out. That's my gut feeling. Because, or I'm giving that fat fuck Slater too much goddamn credit, and he just traded away a future All-Star. Either that or the other thing. Right, Frank?
I mean, I agree with you. I think that there has to be something.
There's got to be something. They're not. All right, Slats isn't that stupid. Slats isn't that stupid, is he? Jesus. Well, you look, if they dish Oscar, what's-his-face, and they halfway through the season for goddamn, I don't know, some other, I don't know, Shattenkirk, then I'll...
I hope he sticks around. He looks pretty good out there. He looks sharp.
He looks like one of the better players out there. They couldn't get rid of him if you wanted to. And he looks like the only one that wants to play. What the fuck is the rest of them? I want to go yell at Ryan McDonough and yell at him for not yelling at everybody else. What the hell's wrong with that Ryan McDonough?
That's what the captain does. He should be doing that. Otherwise, they're looking floppy out there.
Yeah, they look lazy. They don't look sloppy. They look like they didn't... I'm sorry, Frank. They don't look sloppy. They look fucking lazy. Say what you want about those goddamn New Jersey Devils. They play a 60-minute game. They showed you that in San Jose, and somebody should have told them that. But no, the Rangers had a good first period, and they're like, you know what, fuck this. We don't care that they're clogging the neutral zone. They won't pick up the puck anyway, and we'll fire that bomb pass that didn't fucking work. And what happened? Turnover. Goal! And then you blew it, because Rick Nass can't hit a goddamn side of a barn in overtime or in the playoffs or in the regular season. But apparently he knows everybody's birthday, and he's always in charge of all birthday fucking activities. Fuck Rick Nash.
Hey, he hosts the birthday parties and gets them a little present. You know, it's really cute.
Yeah, it was good. All right. I hope to hear from you more this season, buddy.
All right, I'll try. All y'all take care. And Jeff, sorry about your Cardinals.
Thanks, man. I'm over it, though.
I'm not.
We're in it every year. You get used to it.
You fucking sound like an arrogant-ass Yankee fan when you said that. Get used to it.
The last decade, I mean, hey.
Is your fantasy league open to look at? Years. Is our fantasy league open to look at?
You could probably take a screenshot of it and put it up there.
I'll send you the link. I don't care if you fucking look at it. Just don't change anything around. You know? I'll put that in the chat. Yeah, I'll see, because I think I can put stuff in it. Max Domi and Anthony Clare are like best friends. Yeah, they did. I think they also played in the damn team I was talking about. That's the Deb, who keeps us updated on all Jonathan Taze's shaving habits. Thanks, Deb. And who else is in there? Anybody I haven't seen in a while? Chris Shaw. What up, Tommy? What up, man? What up, Nan? Shout out to Roy. Good call.
Mackie Boo saying he
Oh,
would
Mackie
kill
Boo Radio. I
someone.
haven't heard him in a while. Chiseltip stopped in for a little bit. That's nice to always hear from Chiseltip, which sounds like sexual in a weird roundabout fucking way. I don't know. What else you got, Jeff?
All right, we had a pair of suspensions. Colorado defenseman Tyson Barrie suspended 3 games without pay by the NHL on Saturday night for charging an interference on Anaheim's Simone Dupre the previous night. Barrie was punished for a check on Dupre when he jumped and used his shoulder to hit the Ducks defenseman in the dome.
In the face.
The face! Yeah, he hit him in the face. Both suspensions were not even worth, really, I don't even think they're worth commenting on because they were so clear cut. Would you agree with that?
The other one was Tampa Bay defenseman Nikita Nesterov suspended 2 games without pay for boarding Dallas Stars forward Curtis McKenzie. Nesterov was given a 5-minute penalty and a game misconduct for checking McKenzie from behind. And the hit actually put McKenzie in the hospital, but he's since been released and placed on IR.
Yeah, that's beautiful. That's friggin' beautiful.
That pretty much sums that up.
Yeah, it sums that up. Nesterov looked like he really oh shit, I fucked up. He looked like he was kind of scared after he did that. I saw empathy, or he knew he fucked up. He was scared for that. For who did he hit again on the Stars? I forget his name.
McKenzie.
Yeah, he looked pretty. Everybody looked. That was pretty scary. You know, but I
didn't saw that one.
It was an accident. It's a tough game, but
you
got to sit.
It happens.
When you're not paying attention, you got to sit, and they're sitting.
I saw Barry's one. On that case, he clearly jumped.
Yeah, that was clearly jumped. So the amounts of suspensions this week aren't even mildly debatable. Let's face it, Brendan Shanahan's gone. They've been doing a lot better job. I think everybody can agree on that.
Yeah.
I think that's...
There's one guy who did something cool this week. The forward, Brock McGinn from Carolina. He scored on his first presence in the NHL.
First shift.
I fucking saw it, and I thought to myself, maybe I won't upload. Who cares? And then it was all over the place. Brock McGinn scoring on his first shift, thinking he's Mario.
Like Mario Lemieux.
Yeah. Mario Lemieux's first goal was beautiful too.
Yeah.
You know, it's ridiculous. He skated through guys and stuff. It wasn't just a tap in. He didn't get lucky.
First shift, first shot.
Scores. Yeah, Mario Lemieux. Maybe the greatest player of all time. Arguably.
Oh, you said it's Bobby Orr.
Maybe. No, that's arguable. I mean, it's all subjective bullshit.
If Lemieux didn't get cancer.
Yeah. Nah, I don't even think that. I think everything came so easily to him. It was very tough to motivate him. And I saw Gary Thorne said it best with Mario. He plays an extremely difficult game, and he makes it look elegant. And I think...
I like Gary Thorne.
Yeah, we never talked about Gary Thorne and, what's his name, Bill Clement. Good jobs over there. I remember hockey.
Gary Thorne, your broadcaster for your Baltimore Orioles.
Oh, is he? He's did the Mets for a while. I didn't know he did the Orioles.
Yeah, he does games for the Orioles.
He's got a great voice.
Yes, he does.
He also had the greatest call of all time, which are all Ranger calls, of course. When Messier get his guarantee, it was great. Do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we will win tonight, and he just completed the hat trick. God, I love that one. Gary Thorne.
The Messiah.
I mean, the Messiah is right. Messier, hat trick. I got to hear that. That was so good. If I can find that. That's that. It's 3 minutes to go. Messier hat trick. See, I don't know if this is going to work. This is going to be the NHL. I'm probably going to get canned.
Was it you, Jeff, last week who talked about Jagger's milestone? He's gonna have the same amount of goals than Marcel Dion.
Mm-hmm.
He's close to that.
Is he really? I don't think I touched on that.
Okay. Because Jagger, he has 726 goals, and he's at 5 goals from Marcel Dion.
Oh, cool.
In 4th place.
You want to see if we hear the dude? I don't know if this is Gary Thorne or not, but you want to hear it? It's one I feel.
Won the draw.
It is.
Cleared it around.
John McClain tries to send the puck from in front. Messi.
I want to hear the call, not you.
On the ice right behind him. I could see it was basically dead center.
Yeah, thanks, Brian.
Mark Messier, do you believe it?
When it went in the net, he just got it.
You hear that, Gary Thorne? He's like, do you believe it? Do you believe it? He said we... Oh, it's really the greatest part of my childhood. 94 forever. Yes, I'm living in the past because I'm middle-aged. That was the year Jeff was born. Fuck you, Jeff.
Yes, it was.
What else you got in the grab bag, buddy?
A couple more things here. Edmonton Oilers coach Todd McClellan has been named the coach for Team North America for the 2016 World Cup. So if you're looking for someone to coach a team that will suck, why not look at the guy who's coaching the Oilers?
I don't know if they'll suck or not, but I just fucking hate the whole World Cup tournament thing.
You know? He's gonna coach McJesus.
Call him McJesus. I wonder if they figure out a way to break. If it would be funny if Connor becomes a phenom in the next couple, like this year, and they start breaking the rules to put him on Team Canada, and then everybody's getting mad. That system's a joke. I don't know why. Why can't you just invite Slovenia and Germany and just see how it rolls? And you know what they should do? All right, hockey's hot in Switzerland and or hotter, Switzerland and Austria. Just invite those two teams. Fill the fucking gaps. So you don't have to worry about this Team Europe bullshit. Yeah. See how they do. Michael Grabner's on that team. Vanek, from what I understand, he has no gambling debts on this side of the pond. Vanek, so he can play for Austria. Swiss, and we can all have a good time. And the Swiss was it 2 years ago? They won all the final World Championships. So I don't know. Whatever. What else you got, Jeff?
I just hope the European and the under-23 team will be in final.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you
think they'll be in the final? I don't think so.
Oh, it can be possible.
I suppose.
I wish it's gonna happen because they'll have to think again about the format.
I think Debbie was mad at my little crack. I love talking to you on Twitter, baby. You know why I like talking to you on Twitter, baby? Because you're sexy. And I know, unfortunately, I'm a married man, but I know how to treat a woman like you. You're a beautiful, beautiful Texas girl. And all those men don't know you like I know you. You're so fine. You're so fine. How's Johnny Days looking today? Oh, I love when you tell me how Johnny Days looks. I love it.
716-834-3130. Hotline.
716-834. I'm clipping that. Mackie Poo, Tommy, you were right. Boston is sucking this season. I should not have been scared. They were going to lose to Arizona of all teams. I don't know.
They're going to
Arizona might be better than we all think, so it might have been a big win. You know, the way the Boston Bruins, you're going to be looking back at this point of the season as the good times, the way things are looking at Boston. Because Arizona might be good. The youth movement. Hashtag youth movement.
It can't get much worse than last year.
All right, let's wrap up the news and bring this to an end.
Okay, real quick, what do you think about all the stuff that's going on with the Barclays Center and the Islanders? I mean, first fans were pissed off about the goal horn at the Barclays Center, so now they switched the goal horn to the sound used at Nassau Coliseum. Yeah. And now they won't let fans go up to the glass to watch the team in warm-ups.
Sounds like they got hockey team. Well, the only thing, I forget all that. The only thing is I watched a few games in Brooklyn. That has to be the worst ice in the NHL. And I want to give I want to send a very special shout out to the Islanders from me, Tommy C., a longtime Ranger fan. Thank you for actually being able to do something that MSG and the New York Rangers could never do. Nobody has worse ice in the entire NHL than in Brooklyn. You have worse ice than MSG, where they have circuses and basketball games and those fat women running around their goddamn dogs and shit, some poodle for God's sakes. And that's what MSG has. You don't have any of that shit in Barclays, but somehow, some way, New York Islander fans, the ice sucks worse. So this is me to you. Good job, Islanders. Best of luck to you. Johnny Tavares seems like a nice guy. That's what I care about. You know what? It's almost like they have a devil situation. I don't know what these consumers like. I mean, I don't like consumers are angry. I mean, look at Gamergate. I mean, it's like look what's going on in the New Jersey Devils. You're not adult enough to say you suck. We can't listen to Rock and Roll Part 2, and now you can't watch the guys in warm-ups. And you know, it's just like, guess what? If you can provide the security for warm-ups, here's what you got to say to these people, because we're right. Unless it's some kind of safety problem, which it probably isn't. You guys goes, like, look, we didn't think of this. We're new with the whole hockey thing. We're going to find a way for you guys to write warm-ups. We're not going to say, you can't watch warm-ups. That seems to be that's the way you're treated now. It's bizarre. Customers are always right. Find a way for them to watch fucking warm-ups. You jackasses. You're supposed to be selling this fucking game. And fix the fucking ice. It's not that hard. Call Louis Petrangelo. I know him down in Jersey. He can fix your fucking ice. He did it in Old Bridge for years. I just made that name up. Petrangelo sounds like a good name, right? What else you got, Jeff? Let's wrap this up.
Okay, we'll finish with this one here. So we saw last week that Don Cherry kind of went off a little bit, saying that the MLB, he believes the MLB is biased against the Blue Jays in the playoffs.
I don't know. Let's go to our resident conspiracy theorist, Frenchie Ben. Frenchie Ben, is there a conspiracy against Canadian Blue Jays players and just Canadian people in general when it comes to baseball? Frenchie Ben?
I never checked about it, but I think, yes, there is one.
There is one.
Because while we have an election, the MLB is trying to
trying to bring a team back to Montreal.
No, they want to get rid of the Blue Jays in the playoffs. That's what they try to do.
Do you really think that? You really believe that? They want to get
No, I don't.
Frenchie Ben is like, man, I might believe like Richard Nixon shot JFK, but that fucking shit is bullshit. Don Cherry, you're fucking crazy. I don't believe that shit. Kiss my ass, Callahan.
I love Don Cherry, but he's off sometimes.
Oh yeah, he's a little loose in the screws. Yeah. I love Don.
Hey, he's off about hockey, so about baseball, I think he's really off.
Debbie says she's never going to tweet me again. Well, you know what number to call, baby. 716-834-3131. What else you got, Jeff? Let's kill this news. I'm done.
Yeah, we can kill it right there. Why not?
Did she block me again? She fucking blocked me one time. First of all, I love her tweeting.
Just like Clayton Stoner killed that grizzly bear.
Yeah, let's see what happened here. No, she didn't block me yet on fucking Twitter. She's done it before when she's mad at me. She's my hockey wife. Debbie's my hockey wife. You know that? Because my real wife doesn't get real emotional about it, hockey or anything. She just like when the Rangers lost today, she goes, "I'm sorry, I'm going to bed. Have fun on your little show thing, whatever you do, this silly little thing. Make sure you kiss me goodnight." But Debbie's my hockey wife because she'll tell me stuff. She'll say, "Taste looks good." Yeah. Don't ever stop tweeting me. I'd really feel awful if you stop tweeting me. But I gotta bust your balls. I'm going to bust balls. Ask Nasser. Busted his balls good. Busted Jermaine's good. Sorry, I'm not taking. I know you guys. Some of you guys are calling. I'm not taking more calls because I want to end it. Where we at? Jeff.
What? No, I said we can kill it right there, just like
Clayton
Stoner did the bear.
Oh, fucking Jermaine wants on. All right, I'll take Jermaine's call.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Well, is that a phone number or is like I can never remember what this shit. Jermaine, you're on the air. Well, I want to go home, but tell me what's up, buddy.
David, make Jesus.
He's gonna resurrect.
David McJesus. Who's the new guy's name again? What's his name? Ashton Kutcher or whatever his name is. Ashton. What's his name?
Austin Matthews.
Austin Matthews. It's like a porn star.
Yeah.
Wow. First
Ron
round.
Jeremy and Austin Matthews in Buffalo Rape Hotline number 2.
First round overall, baby. All right, I had enough. Guys, great job. Let me do some plugs and stuff. Oh, if I could cue the goddamn music, I'd do this. Why can't
John Freeman?
Yeah, I'm lost all of a sudden. I don't know where any of my buttons are. What the fuck?
Have you got a concussion?
Oh, my daughter does. Maybe I just took it from her.
Yeah.
Poor thing. She got a concussion. I said to her, "Now, Laura, were you running?" Maybe. Maybe.
I don't remember.
Yeah, that would have been a better move because that would have scared the hell out of me. And so that I go, so you were running really fast, maybe. And that's it. All right, here's the goddamn thing. All right, JohnFreemanMusic.com, JohnFreemanMusic.com. JohnFreemanMusic.com makes music for me and makes music for you. Go to JohnFreemanMusic.com. Check out his plethora of rock albums, ambient sounds, and all that other crap. And, you know, my mission in life is to get really famous and make lots of money and get a situation where John can move out of his goddamn basement. So please check out JohnFreemanMusic.com. If you like me, or you want to if you want to block me on Twitter, you can catch me at TommyC SFTP, at TommyC SFTP. Join Greg Wyshynski, Ryan Lampert, and a bunch of other feminist cunts, and you can block me on Twitter. Skype me, Shot from the Point. Admin contacts. Give me a call anytime. Leave a message anytime. 718-395-7660. 718-395-7660. Brooklyn, New York, where the ice is. Yeah, it's okay today. Twitch.tv, Shot from the Point Live, Shot from the Point Hockey on Google Plus and Twitter. Hit me up, sub me, add me if you just like. I want to show everybody how many Google Plus friends I have. Well, do it to me because I'll do it back. I do it automatically. Do lots of memes. We upload sections of the show. I'm probably gonna do the Rick Nash thing and upload it there. And like, sub, and share because let me tell you something. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing over here. The only way this grows is you. So you got to go to your friend and like, look at these assholes. God, oh my God. That's how the show's gonna grow. So thank you very much. And right here, I got a man to tell you about something that's gonna give you life-changing stuff's going on. Jeff the Huffman. What are you on? Not steroids. Go ahead.
It is not steroids.
Not steroids.
Not steroids. You guys have seen the results Advocare has given me throughout the year. Here we go, starting this again.
Yeah, it's good. That was a good commercial. Keep going.
Yeah, it was a good commercial. Now we're still.
Oh, show him your chest. Get out of here, you big dumb blonde. Show him your chest. Do it.
There.
Turn that camera off. Turn that camera off.
Those
there he is. Look at that.
1 year. 1 year.
Wow, Jeff, you look really good. You want to talk to me about Jonathan Taves? Oh, wow, Advocare. I want to talk to you about. Oh my God, look at his pectoral muscles. That's kind of hot. All right. Oh, whoops. John Freeman is. Oh no, Ben. Do you have anything coming up? Check out Advocare. Check out Advocare right in the description box. You want to look like Jeff? You probably got to work your ass off too, because Jeff works his ass off. But Jeff was in pretty good shape, and now he can really kick your ass. He could before too.
Yeah, but I mean, it could just that could be what you need to get going.
Yes, keeps you to get going, and it's not illegal, and it's not steroids. And you won't walk into a school and shoot, children. You won't do it. That's not Advocare. It's Advocare.
With school starting, it's really been my saving grace, and
name the hockey players right now on Advocare. Name them. Name the hockey players.
Ryan McDonough, Jamie Benn, Joe Pavelski, Mike Fisher.
Hear that? Those are good hockey players. Ryan McDonough, captain of the New York Rangers. And if you're gonna buy Advocare, you make sure you buy it the right way. You do it right down in the description box below, and then Jeff gets the money to go to school.
Hit me up on Twitter. We can talk about it if you have any questions on it.
Yes, and it's not steroids. Frenchie Ben, what do you got going on?
Now, my penis is the same size.
Somebody wrote that.
Advocare.
Advocare. Your penis will be the same size. Guaranteed.
What's new for me? There's a new show in French on Saturday. Each Saturday at 5:30. It's Le Tir de la Pointe with me, Jermaine Dion, and Jeff Ménard-Asselin.
That's a French.
Matt Kazar is calling too.
And Matt Kazar is doing his spots in French. If you're French, you speak French, or you just don't like me and my stupid East Coast accent, I suggest you check out La Tir de la Pointe. Did I say it right?
It's almost perfect.
La Tir de la Pointe live. I will also, if you really want to get a laugh, I am cutting a promo for this in French, 100%, coming real soon. So the next video you see titled in French, make sure you catch that, because it's sure to be a Tommy C classic. Yeah, La Tir de la Pointe. I want to say shout out to Jermaine, Frenchie, Ben, Jeff, and our what's the other guy's name? That he's got some. Matt Kazar. I know Matt Kazar. He's a big pain in my ass.
Jeff Ménard-Asselin.
Jeff, French guy. Thank you so much.
It's a tough name.
thanks so much. We're gonna work on the look. We're gonna work on everything. It's really good. It looks. I gotta tell you something. My French ain't too good, but it felt like a Shot from the Point episode. It really, really did. They did a really good job. And if you're just more comfortable hearing another language, or we can expand to a new audience, that's great because we sell bromanship and ball busting and hockey, and that's the best goddamn things in the world.
One fan that can come and listen to us is Jean-Sébastien Delors.
That's right, John Sebastian. Yeah, check it out. I think he's in Los Angeles having a good old time. So, John Sebastian, make sure you check that out. Anything else, guys, before I get the hell out of here?
Did you get Dead on Dave?
Oh, what's he got going on tonight? Tell me.
Tonight, Game 2 NLCS. We're going to be doing another live cast of the Cubs game.
Oh, that's good. It's always fun to watch. Well, you don't get to watch. You're kind of rooting for the Cubs now, I guess, right? No.
I'm a Cardinal fan.
Well, yes, the Mets, and go Mets.
But I do not wish bad things upon the Cubs.
Yes, but you won't care. And I tell you something, man. I'm warning you ahead of time. I'm all for ball busting, but if something fucking happens to them in this, just be quiet. That's all I'm telling you, Jeff.
I got the Blues. I got
the Black Cat runs in the field. If some fan runs and knocks the fucking, it would have been a home run and makes it a foul ball by grabbing it. Just shut your mouth, because it's gonna happen again. Because they're playing.
I would not do that, Tim.
Here's what you do. Say you have to go because you have hemorrhoids. Come onto my channel and we will laugh like little girls. That's the plan. So check out Dead on Dave Productions.
8 p.m. Eastern Standard.
Yeah? Yeah, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard. Detached de la Point in French version of Shot from the Point. You can check that on our front page right here and all that good stuff. It's on our front page. You can also check out Dr. Deke, Jack Malay, everybody in the...
Dr. Deke tried Advocare. She's liking it.
Oh, Dr. Deke. Everybody in the YNL. No, the YHL. Oh, fuck that. I'm not doing the wrestling thing. Whatever. Everybody does hockey videos, like Steve Dangle, our leader. He's so much fun. I think I've had it. I do want to say one last thing that's a little bit on a serious note. For some of you guys that don't know, I am I wouldn't say a participant or an activist, but I played very close to the consumer rebellion called Gamergate. And I think that is very important to free speech in North America. If you're not paying attention to that and you think it's Gamergate, it's just about a bunch of nerds, you got another thing coming. This is the type of stuff that's being heard in the United Nations. This is the type of stuff that's being heard in Google Ideas. And it really has to do, if you don't pay attention to it, about censorship of speech on the internet. The type of speech that you hear, come here to enjoy. This is very, very important that you probably familiarize yourself and don't just see the hashtag Gamergate and say it's a bunch of fucking dorks, because that's what I did. There's a lot more to it. That being said, a game reviewer on YouTube, a hero of mine, recently battled cancer and won, and he's just gotten some really bad news. His name is Total Biscuit. He's one of the top game reviewers on YouTube. I think he is the top game reviewers, and it would have been a lot easier for Total Biscuit to go along with a lot of the shenanigans that's going on in the gaming industry. But know what? He stood up for free speech, and he's been told he has 2 years to live. So I want to give my personal goodwill and admiration to a wonderful man, Total Biscuit, who stood up for free speech when we absolutely needed somebody to do with it. If you think I'm kidding about this stuff, go check it out. They got people talking to the UN as of 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, the guys like me and critics should be off of YouTube based on things like hate speech. So you really ought to check into it. And Total Biscuit, who basically doesn't have that much time left, he's one of these guys stood up for it. He didn't have to do that, and he did. And I wanted to mention that, and I wanted to thank Bear, longtime fan, for reminding me of that. But all the best to Total Biscuit, and you know what? Long live Gamergate. Thank you very much for listening, everybody. This has been a Shot from the Point production. You retard and F. Rick Nash. I'm so sick of ya.
We'll be right back.